Hello and welcome back to my channel. So I've been at university for close to a month now, which is insane. And I thought that I would do sort of like what to expect within your what to expect within your first month of university, or just going to university in general. Let's just get started. One of the biggest fears that I had coming to university was friends and not making any. That's specifically why I chose to room with my friend, because I was afraid that if I had a single room then I would be antisocial and that I wouldn't find any friends and I'd be alone in my room all the time. I have just been blown away at the amount of people I've met, the amount of amazing people I've met, how quickly I've made friends. I've a group of girls that I'd consider my closest friends now. I always struggled in high school to find a solid group of friends, and I always struggled with that. And within the first week I had these group of girls that I could call my best friends, which is insane. So if anyone has the fear of not making any friends because you're going alone, I mean, I knew of people coming with me to the same university. It's not anything that anyone should be worried about. University is an awesome way to meet new people and meet new friends, and a lot of people say the friends that you have in university are the ones that you have for the rest of your life. My dad and my mom and other adult figures that I know still have a lot of their college friends or met some of their closest friends in college, and I definitely see why. The first week will be overwhelming. So the first week we didn't have any classes. It was just an orientation week, really. And it's kind of known for the partying and the drinking and going crazy. And it is a little overwhelming, for sure. It's your first week away from your parents. At least I know for me, I was very excited to leave home. I know some people it's a little scary, and it's scary to leave home. But for me, I was really excited. So I didn't struggle a lot with being homesick, and I still don't. I just miss my dogs, honestly. Sorry, Mom. All these new people, you're alone. New place in university, you're trying to figure out, the campus, and it depends, if you're living in res or not. I'm assuming that you are if you're a first year. But it is overwhelming, but after the first week things start to settle in and it starts to become a routine and you will become more comfortable. And now this is something that I've kind of figured out recently, is that it's very easy to fall behind in your schoolwork and your classes. There's a lot of opportunity to just not go to class, to sleep in, or maybe your friends don't have classes at that time, so you skip and hang out with them. There's always parties happening. Everyone, there's parties all the time, and so it's really easy to just want to go to every single party that you hear of. But you have to realize that you have to make time to study and put the work in, because what I found with university is that a lot of the work is not in class. What you're doing, it's not even, I don't even feel like it's really, the big chunk is really in class. It's really the readings that you have to do and the note-taking and the studying outside of class that makes up for the short hours in the week for university. So I definitely think, although you do have less classes in a week and less hours of school in a week, it makes up for it with the amount of time that you should be doing outside, reading and studying and taking notes and whatnot. Not to mention that university does go at a really fast pace, so I'm already a quarter of the way done my semester. It feels like I just started last week. What I'm trying to say is that it goes at a really faster pace, so you have to keep up. One thing that literally you cannot survive university without is an agenda or a calendar. I'll show you an example. This is my agenda. I literally could not function if I didn't have this. Because so many things are going on, I have 5 classes, so I have to organize my time and when I'm going to study for certain things. And so here on the calendar view, I've written down all the assignment due dates and tests that I need to know of. In the weekly view, this is for October, by the way. This is this week for me. So all these things, like yesterday I was supposed to start my encyclopedia assignment. I did, and I basically finished it, my first draft. Read sociology pages, I read some of those, and read some of my Greek civilization pages. So I've written down day by day what I need to do for class this week in order to keep up. And this is so important because you will forget about things you need to do because there's so many classes. It'll become the day before an assignment is due, it's already happened for me, and you're like, crap, I haven't even started this assignment, it's due tomorrow. So an agenda is a must. You have to do this or you will not function in university. One thing that's a little more on the light side that is actually quite funny, I never related to, and I don't think a lot of people can relate to, the high school movies or the movies that depict high school in a certain way. I never found high school to be relatable to that at all and not accurate. But university, on the other hand, I found it to be exactly like the movies depict it, which is actually quite funny because it feels like you're living in a dream or living in a movie. I remember first week of Frosh, you'd go down University Avenue, which is like the main avenue in Queens, and you'd see all these frat houses and sororities, and you'd see people climbed on roofs and the couches on roofs with huge signs and people screaming and playing beer pong on their front lawn. And it was pretty funny. I think that was like one of the most exciting things coming here, was feeling like I was in a movie. And I mean, it is true that university is about studying and it is about academics and pursuing like education. But I do think it's so much more than that. I think it is an experience in meeting new people and stepping out of your comfort zone and just gaining all this new like knowledge, not necessarily in school and in class, but outside the classroom, the responsibility that comes with being away at university. Girls, and maybe guys, one thing that I have also found is that while being at parties, it is very important for you to go to parties with a friend at least, or be with a couple girlfriends or guy friends or whatever. Be with a group of people at a party, because especially if you're intoxicated or you're drunk or you're under the influence, if you're alone at a party and you're wandering and you look lost, there will be some guys that will try to take advantage of you. I've watched that happen, I've seen that happen, I've had to kind of go up and be like, oh hey, there you are, to someone I never knew, to kind of save the girl, if you know what I mean. And I've had it happen to me too, where I just had to be like, sorry, okay, bye. Which is like also another kind of scary thing. So I think it's just one thing that I found is that if you're gonna go to parties, make sure you have like at least a friend with you at all times. Of course you can like meet new people. I'm not saying that you can't meet other people. I just think you kind of have to watch out, kind of watch your back, and be a little more careful, because some guys will try to take advantage of like drunk girls. This kind of ties in with making sure to be on top of your studies and stuff, but make sure you go to your classes. It's so tempting not to go. Like even this morning, I woke up at a 10:30 class, which is not bad whatsoever. I had a 10:30 class, and even then I woke up and I was like, ugh, do I really need to go? Like it's all online, like I don't really need to go. And it's so easy to fall down that route, but I think it's really important to stay motivated and still go to your classes. You will spend a lot of money the first month. At least for me, looking at my bank account now versus 3 weeks ago is kind of terrifying, but that's just university. You have to find ways to kind of budget. I'm struggling with that because I want to order Chinese like every night, but I can't. One thing is definitely money-wise, you're struggling a little bit more. And finally, I think just like to just end it off, understand that like you're paying to go to school, you're paying a lot of money to go to school there. Just make the most of it. Like go to your classes, that's what you're paying for. Go to classes, do your work and stuff like that, you're paying for that. But also just like enjoy your time there and meet new people and join clubs and do all that stuff. And I know I'm only talking and I've only been there for like a month, but I can already kind of see what other people were talking about when they would talk about what university is, and you know what I mean. That's all I have to say for now. I hope it was helpful. I'm still learning. It's only my first month, so I've got a long ways to go, although it is going by really quickly. I've got a long ways to go, but this is what I've learned so far. I hope it helped you, basically. I guess that's it for now. I guess I'll see you next time. Bye!